We're gonna do another get ready with me video. It is a cloudy, rainy day, and I am like 2 days into this tan. First tan of the year. I can't even remember the last time I tanned. So we're just gonna liven things up, right? We're gonna make it summer vibes, even though it's not summering right now. It's definitely rainy, cozy weather, but that's fine. So I'm gonna be using different products than I've used in my other videos. First one being the Marshmellow Primer by NYX. Again, I think when it comes to primer, you need primer if you don't do a lot of skincare, and you don't need primer if you do a lot of skincare. I think that's the consensus I'm coming to. I will say I have normal to dry skin, but kind of slightly combination. My mirror's over here if you see me looking there. And I whipped this puppy out, this primer, yesterday, and I was like, oh, I really miss this guy. And not because it does anything special, but it does just make your face feel that much smoother and more hydrated, which is what I need. Also, this is a new product for me. This is the Milani Glow Hydrating Skin Tint. I was looking for something that was close to the Glossier Skin Tint. I love that. The only reason I haven't repurchased is because it is expensive for what it is, which is just like tinted water, honestly. But I just had never gotten so many compliments on my skin than when I used that product. Let's put these bengies up here. And I'm really bad about always buying the dupes and never buying the actual product I'm wanting, just because I'm a cheapo and very frugal when it comes to that stuff. But that was the one product I did buy the skin tint from Glossier, and I really liked it. I might end up buying it, but honestly, this is doing the job right now, especially since I'm tan. I just don't want to have to wear foundation every day. That's part of what kept me from staying in my self-tan routine of last year. I honestly self-tanned only once or twice, and it was for an event like a wedding. And the reason is because it feels like if I self-tan, I have to wear full coverage foundation, or else you're gonna see like white patches because I'm very pale. But I feel like this gives you enough coverage where you don't have to worry about that. Very skin-like. I don't know, really good things to say about that. I'm still using my Ulta Peach Corrector. Love it. Sometimes I do feel like I need something more than that, but I haven't really been reaching back for my Pixie Peach Corrector since I've been using this, and it's honestly because this is stick form. I don't like dipping my fingers into products. Obviously, with the Peach Corrector, I could do a brush, but thing with that is you really, the Pixie Peach Corrector is so thick that, I don't even want to say thick. It's very pigmented, so you don't need a lot, but you definitely need the warmth of your fingers to really blend it into the skin. And I just recently whipped out my Nars. I gotta stop saying whipped out, that's weird. I just recently started using this again, the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in light, mainly because of the tan part. I can't go too light on my under eyes if I have a tan, because then it almost looks that, it makes your under eyes look gray. If you have really, I don't have bags per se, but I am very see-through when I am in my natural form when it comes to my skin. So if you ever look at your skin at the end of the day and your under eyes look gray, it means your concealer, you either need to use a color corrector, which I do, or your concealer is too light. Sometimes it can bring that negative attention when really you should go with like a skin tone shade concealer. And I always double up on concealer, call me crazy, but I feel like you can't see it as much in person. But I need it. I need the doubled up concealer. When I film these videos, I mean, words. I try to be kind of aware of what I'm doing with my face, and even in real life, because if you think about it, the crazy faces we make, like when we do concealer, that face, or the same thing with mascara, rarely does it contort our face in the way we need it. So we're just doing it without realizing it, thinking it's helping, but it's actually not. Test that out for yourself. Like, is me, if I'm blending out my concealer and then I'm making the face, it's not really affecting this area up here. Same with, I could see eyebrows doing this, not eyebrows, mascara, but usually we make these crazy faces that are just unnecessary. So another new product for me is the Milani Cheek Kiss Hey Honey bronzer. I've just been going in with the stippling brush. This probably isn't new to anyone that like watches a lot of makeup videos on YouTube. This is a product a lot of people are talking about right now. I mean, the color is there, honey. The color is there. It lasts all day. It's very blendable. I have nothing but good things to say about this. But it's Milani. Like, are we surprised? Milani is where it's at. I feel like she gets forgotten about a little bit sometimes. But she is a great drugstore brand. And that's another reason I don't mind using a skin tint, is because I know I'm going to go in with blush, concealer, cream, contour, bronzer, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't need to be that heavy, as long as I'm going to do those things to make sure I end up being the same color as the rest of my body. And there she wrote, that's all. Another new product. This is like new product central. I went to Ulta about a week and a half ago and just got a few things that I just wanted to try out, especially with spring and summer coming up. Kind of getting away from the powders and back to creams. Is this Morphe 2 Perk Up Cheek and Lip Color in Pink Me Up. Dab dab. And then I just blend it in with this e.l.f. brush. Pretty sure it's for cream cheek product. What do you call that? I mean, I guess it is cream cheek. It just sounds weird. Cream cheek? Cream blush. Hello. Oh my goodness gracious. So, it's just a nice, I don't know, a nice pink. I really like the color of it. I just feel like this has been the most natural my makeup's been. Definitely like model off duty kind of vibe. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Moving on, moving on. Going in with NYX Control Freak. This is another product I picked up. Am I over the moon about it? No, but I have personally, I don't know about you, have given up the idea that soap brows are just gonna be a thing for my eyebrows. I feel like thick eyebrows in the sense that I feel like when you hear someone say they have thick eyebrows, you picture a lot of hair, like the eyebrow itself being bigger. But my hair, I don't really have to fill in much. I'm lucky. Haven't overplucked too much in my lifetime. But soap brows just never happened for me. They never happened, so I'm gonna stop forcing it. And is that a dying trend? I don't know. Then going in with my favorite product. I don't know how many I've purchased of these. The NYX Lift and Snatch. Can we stop licking the couch? Thank you. Hey, stop licking the couch. Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. Most natural looking brows ever. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it. And I just fill in the front. there she goes. Another thing I have been going back to is, if I can find it, I'm going back to wing liner, y'all. I am convinced my eyes, I just feel like lack shape, like they're very oval. And not that that's a bad thing, okay? But I'm not in love with it. And we can change that with makeup, so why not? But I am going back to wing liner every day. That is where you'll find me. And I always like to curl my lashes first, then put on the winged liner. Hopefully this doesn't seem too repetitive as the other video I did. I don't remember what it was called. Oh, winter makeup. Well, no, I'm using different products, but a lot of the same techniques and everything. Can't really talk while I do this, so just pause. Okay, when I'm done, ooh, there was a bug in here. I think this is about as close. So I'm gonna get them. It's the only downside of wing liners. Don't get them close enough. You look like your eyes are a little wonky. I am gonna powder a little bit. This is just more shine than I'm comfortable with. So I'm just gonna use the Health Halo Glow. Again, in the last video, that was like one of the first few times I've used it. I can live without it. It's definitely not, I'm over the moon about it. I think I just don't like loose powders is what I'm beginning to realize. Is I just do not like loose powders. But I will say it doesn't take away all the shine, which is what we want. I want it to be natural looking. The skin always has a little bit of luminosity to it. Like I'm okay with this shine. That feels good. So we are almost done, girls. Maybelline Lash Sensational. I think when I run out of this, I'm gonna go back to L'Oreal Telescopic for a bit, just because, you know, I like multiple mascaras, and I feel like I'm like, ooh, this is the one I'm gonna keep going with, and then I go back to another one I liked, and I'm like, oh, this is it. So I'm gonna try Telescopic next. The real thing I look for in a mascara is that it comes in brown or brown black, and most of the time, drugstore doesn't come in brown, unfortunately, or at least not a good one. Anyways, so I'm just gonna put 2 coats of this on. I was in the car yesterday and I was doing my mascara. We were parked, and my husband goes, he said something to the effect of, are you gonna do your bottom? No one gives their bottom lashes any love. And I looked over at him and I'm like, who are you hanging out with? What are you watching? Like, what? I've never, it was just so out of character. And just to hear a guy comment on makeup in general is always funny because, you know, they're just not really into that stuff. But truthfully, a lot of people don't love their bottom lashes in the sense of putting mascara on them. I go back and forth about what looks better. And I think personally on me, I've got to do both, upper and lower, because it just completes the look. It just completes it. And I know a lot of people don't, because it can almost have the opposite effect of like what's trendy in regards to a lifted look. Because think about it, you're putting everything up here, it's lifting, 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 and then you put it down there and it can kind of drag that eye down. But I think for me, and especially my eye shape, my eyes are on the larger side, I've just got to put the lower on there. And you could always experiment with only putting it on this outer third instead of all the entire lash line. That's another thing you could try out. I remember when I was in college and I had a roommate, I had asked her, I was like, hey, bottom and top mascara or just bottom? Like, which one do I like better with? And she said just top. And so I rocked the top only mascara for a while, but I feel like it just makes my eyes look bigger in a good way that's like doe-eyed, but I'm still getting that definition from having a wing. I guess I could put these down. Had my bangs resting up there. One of the last things we're gonna do, second to last thing, going in with NYX, I think it's Peekaboo Neutral, yeah, lip liner. I keep putting down a little mirror that I need. I don't do too much, but I do go in, this was a new one. I have always used, not always, but I loved, and I do use frequently, Clinique Black Honey, and this is Clinique Pink Honey. I wanted to pick it up for spring because I love Black Honey so much for winter and fall. I was like, this is probably gonna be my spring and summer shade, and it is. I personally feel like those are the only two lipsticks I need in my life. Clinique Black Honey and Clinique Pink Honey. They are just perfect. It's very balm-like. You don't have to do liner. I just do because, again, I almost don't really have a lot of definition when it comes to the lining of my lips, which I know is common as you get older, but honey, I'm not old enough for that to be happening. And then I'll go back in just to kind of clean up any lines. Okay. And the last thing I'm going to do, which I started doing, is taking, this was a new product. This is NYX Professional Makeup Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner in Truffle Diamond, which is a lovely like dark brown gray taupe color. And I like to tightline the top. To the best of my ability. But I feel like it really just, again, helps define it. Maybe you can't tell on camera, but I feel like you can tell in person. You can tell. And I've been considering lining my bottom. Am I gonna do it today? Let's do it today. I haven't done this because I don't ever do it. Mainly because I feel like anytime I line something in the waterline, it doesn't stay. I don't know if I have watery eyes or not. So this is with bottom liner and this is without. I mean, obviously this eye looks better, but does this side draw you in more? I don't know. Well, we'll try this out for a few days, see how that goes. And another thing is, because it doesn't stay in my waterline, none do. It's not just this one. I feel like sometimes it can creep out into down here, which again makes those under eyes look dark, which is not the goal. Putting the jewelry back on. I want to say that's it. That's it. I mean, I don't have highlighter on. Look at this. Look at this glow. Look at this glow. Need to fix anything else? A part of me was planning on throwing on some of the pink, I think it's Cindy Luminizer from the Balm, but there's already so much glow going on, I don't want to feel like that's a bit overkill. So I think we're gonna stop here, but I'm happy with this. So I hope you enjoyed it. This is just me kind of sharing with you some of the new products I'm using, and let me know if you're gonna buy any of them. Let me know if you recommend any to me. I love makeup. It's always been something I enjoy, and definitely very therapeutic, especially when you're not in a rush. But I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.